Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Scholler. I'm my co-host here, Curtis. He is the Scotch master. So today he's going to finish off. If you didn't catch yesterday's episode where we tasted these, all three of them, then you want to go back and watch that. And then you come back to this one. That's fair, right?
It's fair with me.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are we drinking now?
Okay, we're going to move into the islands category. And I know you like Highland Park, and it is what I would say is kind of in that mid flavor in the islands. But I think we covered... Do I have to recover the whole...
No, you don't have to recover anything. They can watch the other episodes.
Go back and watch it.
Right.
Okay,
that gets me additional views for people to find this one first.
Go back.
See?
Okay, so Islay whiskeys are my big flavors. They're the top of the pinnacle for big flavors in single malt scotches. Islay's part of that. Jura's part of that. You're going to find lots of little tiny island distilleries. Tobermory, Talisker, Highland Park. Just lots of little island distilleries that fit this kind of taste profile because of the peat usage. So
this one here?
This is Ardbeg 10. This is my big peat flavored Islay.
Whoa! Holy crap.
Yeah.
That smells nothing like anything I've ever had before.
Yeah.
Not even this.
No.
Wait a minute. What the heck?
The marketing campaign for it is that
that it smells...
they show this and an elephant, and they go big, lumberous, huge smell, and then they were like, the other's an elephant.
Okay, first off, I get mint.
Yeah.
Secondly, okay, I'm going to tell you, again, this is one of these weird things I do, right?
Yeah.
Where I come up with these weird descriptions, and it just happens. But when I was a kid, we had, I had G.I. Joe's, Transformers, all that stuff, and all these toys. So I throw them in a big box. Like, usually a rubber pail or something, because my parents would tell me to clean up, and it was a whole lot easier to just throw everything in a pail and throw it in the closet.
Exactly.
Right? This smells like... Here, I'll move these out of the way since we've already covered these. This smells like a big plastic bin of plastic toys sprinkled with mint in it.
Campfire. I pick up campfire.
Okay, campfire. Or those toys melting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the campfire comes after that initial reaction. There's a char, like maybe not even the campfire, but when the campfire goes out and it recedes, and all you have is that dark hole.
Something else a lot of people pick up with Islay's Band-Aids.
It could be too, because they got that rubber.
Iodine.
Iodine.
From the seaweed.
I don't know if I want to be drinking iodine. I guess you do.
Yeah.
That's how you clean beer kegs and stuff.
Yep.
But I've never really sat down and smelled iodine. There are things that if I see fruits in the stores, I'll smell them just 'cause if I've never seen them. Or I'll buy them and cut them and smell, just stupid things to try and get those flavors in my brain.
Yeah.
This would never happen. I would never have found anything that smells quite like this. But I do like, when you said campfire, it smells like the burned embers coal if you just kick them around and smell them.
I love it. I think it's so great.
It gets better. At first, the G.I. Joe thing's a little turn off, but now they get more of the campfire thing.
Yeah.
It makes it a little easier. Is it going to taste like this?
Oh, just wait.
Kind of smells like... Ooh.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, so when you said that some people will try this and it'll be a complete turnoff and they'll never want to do it again, I can see... It doesn't bother me, but I can see how if somebody doesn't like the fact that you just put coal in your mouth or char, I mean, it feels now like I got it in my nose too. Yeah. It's not going away.
It'll be... The funny thing is if you're in Ireland or Scotland... and they use this stuff to heat their homes, if it gets on your clothes, it never comes out.
It's like when you go to a campfire and you leave and you're like, I smell like campfire. And then like the next day, you're like, is this clean? You put it on and you're like, no, I still smell like campfire.
Peat is like the most resilient thing ever. You just can't kill it. I mean, they burn it, they smoke it, they run it through the distillation process. It's still there. It just does not die.
Like literally, it's like I've actually ate fire without the burning.
Yep.
Which is nice. And I talk and fires. No, it fires like it's happening. Like there feels like there's that smoke. Like I just inhaled smoke.
I love it.
And so you like I feel like I just smoked a cigar.
Yeah.
Like literally you get it continues.
It's awesome. It's so awesome.
So is this what goes good with a pipe or something, or a cigar? Or is it too much?
No. I saw a question about this, and there's actually scientific stuff that go along with it.
I hate scientific stuff.
Scientifically, smoking a cigar and drinking scotch is counterproductive. The cigar will numb your taste buds, so you can't taste anything, and the alcohol numbs the rest of it.
So it's like putting your vodka in the freezer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, it's so much better in the freezer. Yes, because you're making it so you can't taste it anymore.
Exactly.
I can get drunk faster.
The thing that kind of sways backwards on that is, it's mentally, you build kind of like mental feelings around a cigar and scotch.
Yep.
So you start to get those feelings even though they're not happening and you're not tasting anything. Your body's telling you this is amazing.
Oh, it's like how I drink coffee.
Yeah.
Right? I like coffee for two reasons. Caffeine is a really good after effect. But at the same time, for me, drinking a hot cup of coffee and sitting on the porch is extremely relaxing.
Yeah.
Right? And it puts you in that sense. It's like that moment. I could see them being the same thing. People who smoke a cigar and drink scotch, like, I'm in the moment. What's wrong? There's problems at home. There's problems at work. It's all gone.
Yeah.
I've got my scotch. I've got my smokes.
And now that you have taken these two videos, hopefully you've watched both of them and put them together, you can use these as an indicator for your cigars. Now you should take your cigars and run them and counterproductiveness. Big flavors should get light cigars. Light flavors should get really big flavored cigars.
It's like pairing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Dude. Okay, so I'm at loss for words. I've never had anything that tastes like that. It's very strange. Like, that is a super acquired taste.
Yeah.
Like, I could sit down all day and drink this. I don't know if I think that's one.
Do you pick up the peat element off of this?
I might be able to now.
Yeah, I mean, if you get into Highland Park and you focus for the peat on it, you actually will notice that it doesn't have the iodine quality because it's not the seaweed in the peat. It's actually the heather, which is that like grass that grows in Orkney all over the place. It has a heather quality to it because what you get from peat is that as the vegetation's compacting and turning into coal, the bedrock won't let it. So it's just like really compacted pre-coal.
Pre-coal.
And that's a really great fuel source. But as it's burning, it's taking all of those pieces of vegetation and that's what gets released. This gets heather from the release of the peat. This gets that seaweed iodine released from its vegetation.
Yeah, but I think the only way to ever detect this is to go to the extreme.
Well, the other thing you have to look at too is how many ppms, parts per million, they're smoking the barley with. This is like a flamethrower of peat. This one is like lower on the spectrum.
I'll be honest with you. I believe, as for my audience and people that just have mentioned things, this would scare the living crap out of somebody. Like, not everybody, because people might like that, but I think if this is your first introduction to Scotch,
it's terrifying.
You would lose yourself. Your mind would be like, boom.
If you worked your way through this, or maybe even starting with the Space Side,
like that, yeah,
and then you by the time you feel comfortable with Highland Park, I think that moving into Islays is a safe bet.
Yeah, because you could always go back.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I like Scotch. Not exactly what I like.
Yeah.
I like it. This, at the same time, for me, I think it's mind-blowing. Like, I would have a bottle of this because when people come over, I just want to really blow their minds. I want to be like, no, you got to try this.
Yeah.
Why?
And that's why I save this for the end, because if I start here and work backwards, it just ruins everything.
Yeah, because there's no turning back now.
No, it's a flamethrower.
You're going to get this flavor in every one of these if you try these in this.
There's also another wonderful thing about
it is kind
Ardbeg,
of actually a flamethrower.
The parent company. Take a wild guess.
Oh, Diageo.
No,
I just was going wild. I went with
LVM.
LVM.
Louis Vuitton.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's the Moet Hennessy. This is their little Islay. It's their baby. So it's funny, whenever I get Ardbeg shirts and I give them to my friends, I'm like, I just gave you a Louis Vuitton shirt. It's so...
Yeah, you said that right.
Yeah.
Dude, it's still...
Yeah.
Like, forever. I don't know if that takes... Like, there's things that
You'll be like 30 years old, like, Walker. I don't know if you would use a Walker if you're 30 years old.
No, because I'm actually older than that. I still don't use a Walker.
So you'll be with a Walker old man and still have the flavor.
I'm going with 75. Yeah. That would probably be more legit. That's pretty crazy.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of speechless. I don't even know what to say. It's really cool. Again, I still think I would prefer this, but I would want this because sometimes you just want to be different.
Yep.
And there is no way. I mean, I'd have to show that to everybody I know. And does that so it's never gonna go away?
Oh, it'll go away.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So we want to start setting up.
All right. That's it. Now we're gonna move on to cocktails for the rest of the week. That's it. Now you guys know a little bit about Scotch, but it's not over. We have more stuff to do. We have Scotch cocktails. We get some. It's gonna get crazy here. So there you go. Curtis, Derek, EverydayDrinkers.com, all three of us.
Yeah. As you're setting up,
you do it, because we're teaching you how to drink. And here it comes, dude.